Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here at Springfield General Hospital. This meeting will be just managers and leadership to discuss some changes that are coming. So why are we here? We are one of the best hospitals in our community based off of our outcomes, our accreditations, and our certifications that we've recently obtained with CARF and Joint. We did realize that in one of our audits, we have an issue with prescription management. We've had several errors within the last year that we needed to address. Some issues of those are similar name drugs being prescribed to patients, effects of multiple drugs at one time, recognizing patient allergies, and then duplicative orders being given to patients. So what's the causes of this? Based off of our investigation, a lot of it was human error. We don't have a way to make sure that errors don't occur. With it, we saw some handwritten identification. So the physicians are writing the prescriptions and staff are having to identify what it is that they're truly asking for. With that caused several mistakes. We don't have verification of synergistic effects when two drugs are ordered together. We have an increased number of verbal orders where physicians are ordering the prescriptions and staff are having to write it down for them prior to the signature. And then we also have no way to verify patient allergies based off of an IT world. So how did that affect our company? Last year alone, it cost our hospital $1.2 million because of prescriptive mistakes that were made. We had 35 near misses. This is where it didn't get to the patient. We caught it before it got to the patient. And then we had 19 patient mistakes. That means it got to the patient. With that, 3 deaths occurred. So what should we do? As a leadership team, we've decided that we're going to introduce a computerized physician order entry, known as a CPOE. This will help us with prescriptions being entered into our IT network. It'll help us track it. We're able to report on it. It will be available to all staff, including physicians, clinical staff, and pharmacists. The prescription errors will be caught prior to ever reaching the patient. Everyone will be able to see the patient's medical history and then offers updated clinical guidelines for treatment. So it is up to date what is needed for different diagnoses that are placed into our IT program. So who's involved? Number one is the patient, our leadership team. We will all need to be involved in implementing this. We will have to get the buy-in from our staff, so we need to make sure that we're fully aware and understand how it's going to affect our staff so that we can be what we need to be for them to buy into it. Our providers and our pharmacists, our clinical staff, and then our IT team will also be heavily involved in implementing this process. So how do we implement this? We will have a training class, a 4-hour class for workflow, 3-hour class, 1-hour lab. For the first week will be our management team. At this time, we will select super users, 3 to 5, depending on your department size, to be available to your teams for go live. They will be available 24/7, and the go live date is October 7th. The second week, physicians and pharmacists will be trained. And then the third week will be our clinical staff. They will have special training for exactly what they need. We will also have several opportunities for them to get into the lab and practice prior to the go live date. So preparation week, when we install our equipment, we will make sure that we're doing this after 10 p.m. on units when patient care is much slower. Please utilize downtime forms procedures when our normal workflows are not being able to be completed. The first floor will be installed Monday, September 9th. The second floor will be Tuesday, September 10th. And the third floor installation will be September 11th. All ancillary clinics will be after hours on September 12th. The installment of software will be Friday, September 13th. Our go live week is October 7th through October 11th. Super users will be available to staff 24/7. Our help desk is available 24/7 at extension 5555. Send any concerns to IT immediately for addressing via our web contact. Conduct audits and submit daily to leadership. See the emails, you will get audits sent to you that we need you to track. We have to track the usage, the time measurements, and the patient errors that occur. And then following implementation, just know for the first quarter, we'll have weekly reports going out to leadership just to identify areas and needs of improvements. The changes will be sent to super users as needed so that staff can be trained if needed for additional trainings. The second quarter, if the threshold is met, reports will become monthly. If it's not met, then the reports will remain weekly, and departments without threshold being met will be placed on an action plan to address by leadership. Commitment. I need you guys committed to this project. Your commitment is so important to have the employee buy-in, employee satisfaction. By doing this, we're going to increase our patient satisfaction, we'll increase our patient successful outcomes, and then also increase our budgetary needs. Does anyone have any questions at this time? Okay. Well, I thank all of you for coming on such a short notice. I appreciate each and every one of you guys getting in here, learning this new system, and buying in as we continue to grow and give better outcomes for our patients, which is our #1 priority.